I think I've finally come up with a suitable analogy that explains all of this. Roaches. I don't know how many of you have ever lived in a house that had roaches, but at first you only see a few. And you think, oh, it's not that bad. There's just a few of them. And then one night you wake up to take a pee or whatever, and you walk into the kitchen and you flip the lights on, and they're freaking everywhere. If the Trump presidency was good for anything, and it's been good for a lot, it's been good for exposing the roaches in our government and the swamp itself. We now know how bad it really is because they have taken the liberty of exposing themselves along the way because of Donald Trump, because he's not part of their system. For the most part, people who have roaches in their house don't call the exterminator when they only see a few. It's when they have that aha moment, usually in the kitchen, that they say, holy shit, something's got to be done. And the nice thing about this particular brand of roaches, they have quite literally, legally volunteered for extermination because they've committed sedition and treason. When you accept money from a foreign government and write policies to benefit that government who's putting money in your bank account, that's sedition. When you overlook your oath of office and allow election fraud to go uninvestigated by the strictest interpretation, that's treason. And it isn't just the politicians, it's the media, big tech, social media. They've done basically the same thing by trying to institute a government outside of the Constitution and enforce their own rules along the way. That's sedition. And depending on how far you go with it, that's treason as well. What do you think has motivated these freaking roaches for the past 4 years? This is where we come in. We have to live in this house. Are we prepared to overlook the roaches that we know are there and deal with whatever happens? Or are we going to shine a light on them, bring them to justice, and exterminate the little turds who've already volunteered themselves through their actions for extermination? That's why I have been saying for what amounts to years now, what wouldn't you say, what wouldn't you do to avoid the penalty for treason?